Hi everyone, this is the news from Western Armenia, especially for you. Western Armenia's parliament reviews high Chamba camp. Turkey denies concern over military schools. Armenian church in Dersim at risk. Artsakh reduced to a social issue politics. Artsakh Armenians face housing problems. My father's graves in Artsakh. Hovsepyan. Eastern Armenia withholds information on victims' remains. On August 19, 2026, the 29th session of the National Assembly of Western Armenia was held under the chairmanship of Nelly Harutyunyan, with 14 deputies participating online. One of the main topics was the result of the 5-day high Chamba military patriotic camp. Young participants took part in various patriotic and military training activities. A short film with interviews and footage from the camp will also be produced. Members of Parliament praised the initiative and emphasized the importance of patriotic education and knowledge about defending the homeland. The session also discussed online meetings on the independence of Silesia and the ratification of Treaty of Serfs. Turkish Center for Countering Disinformation (DMM) stated that no new restrictions have been imposed by nation military schools beyond those established by law. The authorities claim that military schools continue their education activities as usual. However, concern about the educational rights of national militaries, including the Armenian community, have existed for years. The statement does not eliminate this concern. It was published on August 20, 2026. The historic Armenian church of Surp Harutyun in the Hozat district of Dersim is the immediate risk of collapse. Built in 975, the church has suffered serious damage from years of neglect, natural conditions, and illegal treasure hunting. It has not operated since 1915, but Armenian inscriptions are still preserved on its walls. Its stone structure, arcade, entrance, and carving reflect Dersim's rich Armenian and multicultural past. Local residents are calling for the church to be restored, while some of its stones have already been damaged or stolen. Its condition highlights the urgent need to preserve Armenian historical and cultural heritage in Western Armenia. David Anyanyan of the Wings of Unity Party criticized the Armenian government's draft program for 2026 to 2031. He urges that the Artsakh issue has been reduced mainly to a social housing problem instead of being treated as a politically security and international legal issue. According to him, the program does not mention Artsakh or provide clearer commitment regarding safe return, property rights, cultural heritage, Armenian detainees in Baku, and missing persons. He also expressed concern about provision concerning the leadership of the Armenian Apostolic Church and the adoption of a new constitution. Ananyan warns that this approach could weaken the agenda concerning Artsakh and the rights of Artsakh Armenians. Mesro Parakelian, co-founder of the Country to Live party, says Artsakh Armenians retaining homes in Armenia are aging faces serious housing difficulties. According to him, some landlords are evacuated Artsakh Armenian tenants or cheaply increasing rents after receiving higher offers. 3 years after the forcing displacement from Artsakh, around 90,000 of 120,000 Armenians Artsakh have abandoned housing through state programs. Arakelian criticized the authorities for failing to properly address the issue. He also called on landlords to show understanding and help Artsakh Armenians maintain state housing during this difficult period. Artsakh Armenian Hovsepyan addressed question concerning the status and belonging of Artsakh. My father's grave is in Artsakh. How can you ask an Artsakh Armenian whether Artsakh is Baku or not? She said. Hovsepyan emphasized that for Artsakh Armenians, Artsakh is not simply a political or territorial issue. It is deeply connected to their families, memories, and ancestral homes. It is also the land where the graves of their ancestors and loved ones are located. The investigative committee has classified information about the remains of people killing in the 2022-2023 wars and kept in eastern Armenia morgues as confidential. In response to 168.am, the committee refused to disclose how many remains are being kept, where they are stored, or how many have been identified through DNA testing. Anahit Adoyan requested access to information about the remains and the results of the examination. The committee stated that the requested information is protected as part of the parliamentary investigation and cannot be disclosed. The Ministry of Health, however, stated that the remains are kept under appropriate conditions and the Mensa morgue have also undergone international examinations. So this was all for today's news. If you want something to learn, you can easily find Western Armenia's website and read everything there. Thank you for watching.